So I'm gonna just be authentically vulnerable with y'all today. I'm having a really rough morning and I don't need to be fixed, but to not name how I'm feeling, it's going to come through in the meditation. And I don't want you to feel responsible. I don't want you to feel this energy and be confused about it. So I'm just going to name what I'm feeling. I'm feeling really sad right now. And I'm feeling really vulnerable. And I debated about having Misty play a recording, but I really wanted to be with you, especially because it's the last one. And I can't believe I'm crying openly on camera, but that's what's happening. And I'm really hoping that this lands with you as permission for you to be real in your lives and vulnerable. And that it's okay to have a hard day. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to cry. And I'm really hoping that's how it lands with you. And I'm going to be okay. I have a lot of hard stuff going on in my life right now, but I have a lot of love and support around me too. And I think, just so you know, and you're not worrying about me, because that's not what I want. Yeah, I just worked for like 10 days straight up in Rhinelander at an inpatient psychiatric unit. And I'm learning about my system that I'm really sensitive. And I love working with people. But that many days in a row is not good for my system. It leaves me in a real deficit. So, with all the other things going on in my life, I'm just feeling really tender today. And I'm noticing like shame wanting to come in, like, but I'm not gonna give into it. I'm not gonna give into it any shame right now. I'm gonna own that I'm a sensitive, vulnerable being. And when we all open our hearts up wide enough, we are all sensitive, vulnerable beings. And we have to shut it down to be accepted and to belong. And I'm here to tell you that all of your emotions are welcome here. And when we're in person again someday, all your emotions will be welcome in the space with me. And even if you're feeling some aversion to my sadness, to my tears, that's okay too. A lot of times when we haven't opened up yet to our own sadness, or we're trying to block our own emotions, when we see somebody feeling, it can feel really overwhelming and like, oh my God, because it's bringing up our own stuff. So if you're feeling some aversion to me right now, that's okay. If you need to turn this off, that's okay. Or you could use it as a window to feel your own tenderness. And maybe there's no sadness or tenderness in you today. And then you can just feel your joy or your anger or whatever's here. And I'm going to show you how to be with, because I'm in a really tough space right now, but I'm going to show you how possible it is to be with your own difficulty with kindness, with love. When there's a part of you up, like I have right now, that historically I have pushed away for so long. This younger part of me that feels needy and grasping and like she wants nurturing. And that came up this morning with my partner. And this part of me is really up right now. And there's a part of me that historically had hated her and just wanted to push her away so hardcore and blamed her for my relationship difficulties. But in your presence, thank you for your presence. I want to love myself and show you how it's possible to be with these parts that you've been rejecting too, because I know we all have them. We all have these parts that we're rejecting, and they just want to be loved so badly. And it's the hatred that we put at them that creates so much suffering. So I'd invite you, if you feel incapacity, to consider allowing in a younger part of you, maybe an angry part, or a part that shuts down, or a part that gets mad at your partner, or a part that feels vulnerable, feels small, feels childlike. If you have access today to invite a part like that in, I can show you how to do that. So the beginning is to allow. To just see what's here. And you don't have to create anything just because I'm in this place today. Just begin by seeing what's here in your being today. And if you need touch, if you need to put your arms around yourself, or you need to rock, or you need to put your hands on your heart at any point, or you need to move, you need to lay on the floor, do what you need to do. Listen to this body of yours. It's got all the information you need. It's got everything you need. All the wisdom's already inside of you. Let's take some deep breaths together. Ah. 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 When we're in these young places, what comes up for me, and I imagine this might be true for you too, is there's this feeling of aloneness, of like, nobody has ever been here before. Nobody gets this place. Just desolate aloneness. And this story of separation from other beings, from all beings, even if like the logical part of you knows you're loved or doesn't. So just allow for the way the human mind creates the story of separation when it's sad or scared or in a child place. It's really human. I want you to know you're not the only one that feels that way. That's how I can feel when I am in a child place. So it starts by just opening to whatever's here. There's going to probably be a story that wants to run. For me, it's like this part of you is wrecking your relationship. This part of you is being too needy. This part of you, blah, blah, blah. We all know our stories. We all have them. And it's really important when these vulnerable child places come up to be really firm with the stories, to say, no. When I was in that dark retreat, because I really didn't want to get into story, I think I told some of you, or some of you have heard, that when I would see a story that I knew was going to get me into a place of shame or self-judgment, out loud, I'd be like, ding, ding, ding. So you can see if making a noise or bringing attention to an old story that you have that brings you into a shame spiral, brings you into a place of self-hatred. Ding, ding, ding it, or whatever your sound is. Ding, ding, ding it. Bring attention to it. And again, and again, and again. Open your hands up and release that story that's no longer serving you. I'm right there with you. I'm releasing the story that this 20-year-old part has ruined every relationship I've been in with her neediness. I'm releasing the story again and again. And if there is a child part up for you, or a part of tenderness that you know comes up repeatedly, see if you can witness, access this part of you gently. Not even forcing anything, just saying to your body, your soul, your spirit, whatever you believe in, if you want to take this invitation, that is, I am welcoming in a part of me that I have rejected. I am welcoming in a disowned part. And I will show you how to work with it. I'll show you how to be with this part with kindness. It is not a one-time thing. Let's first begin by connecting to something bigger than us. Some of you call it God, some call it the universe. I believe we're each divine little droplets in the ocean. It's love. So as best you can right now, connect to love. I often do this by breathing in through my crown, imagining this love energy, picturing it sometimes above my head, all around me, imagining that I'm breathing in, nurturing. Sometimes I need to picture my grandmother. She was very nurturing. She would play with my hair, and I felt very safe. So maybe you have a person like that. And if you don't have a person who nurtured you, it is harder. Or if you didn't get enough of that as a child, it is harder, and I can relate to that. So, having some patience with yourself and imagining a loving being, a loving spirit, or an angel, or your own soul who knows you inside and out. You can picture them holding you as you breathe in the love that is all around us all the time, and we keep forgetting it, but it's always here. We're just helping each other remember where we came from, who we really are, our core goodness, your core goodness, that you indeed are made of love with all of your imperfections, all of your shadows, all of the things you think need fixing. It's really just about loving all of you. That's the big secret. So breathe it in. Breathe in my love. Breathe in the love of the universe. Breathe in this care and nurturing. Even if it feels like you can't feel it right now, just imagine. We start with imagination. Imagine breathing it in through your crown, right into your heart. Picture your heart swelling with love, with compassion, with the truth that all the things you think you've made mistakes about, all the parts you've disowned, all the things you don't like that you've done, all those things have come from a place of suffering, from a place of just wanting to be loved and wanting to belong. And that you've developed all these strategies from childhood, from wounds, all these ways we try to belong and be loved, and it all makes sense. And we're all just learning and remembering that we are already loved. We already belong. There is nothing to fix. So I'm going to be quiet now for a little bit with the invitation that you breathe love in. You breathe with the love that you already are. Breathe it right into your heart. Invite your body to lean into the love, to soften, to curl up in the lap of love, the energy of love and nurturing. Breathe it in through your crown into your heart. And then breathe down into the earth and feel your core, your spine diving down like a root into the earth, connecting you to the stability and the nurturing of this Mama Earth, who is literally holding all of us right now. And in this way, breathing in from above through your body down into the earth, feel that you are simply a channel. You are an energy channel for love. And let it just flow through you. You don't have to do anything. The breath contains all the love. You don't have to make it up. Feeling your connection to the above and the below. Feeling your place in this natural world. Feeling this body as it is, doing the best that it can in its current circumstances. And just let love be breathed in through the breath and through your body, through your heart, into the earth, giving and receiving love to the earth. Breathing first down into the earth and then breathing up from the root, coming out of your sacrum, coming out of your spine, breathing up the love from the earth. She is holding you. The trees and the flowers and the dirt, all of it is supporting you. You are of this earth. Breathe in her energy up into your heart and breathe it out the crown, creating this loop, this knowing that you are deeply connected to all that is, the all, the one, and you are deeply connected to the here and now, the earth, the dirt, the messiness of being human, the messiness of nature. You are both divine and human. Breathe it in. And then if there is a part of you that comes forward, if you want, you don't have to do this. It is tender.
But if you're feeling up for it today, if you're not, don't do it. But if you are, ask if there are any parts of you that are wanting to be held or nurtured or seen right now. If you feel like you are in your adult self and you are connected and you can feel the love and you have some love to give to yourself, just ask. Are there any parts that I've been rejecting, judging, shaming? And can I just see myself at this age from this place, being as grounded as I can right now in this love frequency? And then ask this part of you what she or he or they need. Do they want to be held? Do they want to be spoken softly to or sung to? Do they just want you to sit with them and witness them? Do they want to be rocked? And they might show you some of their pain through your body. And I want to reassure you that you're safe right now. You're not a child. You're not a teenager. Maybe you are a teenager. Maybe you are a teenager listening to this. But you're not at that place that's coming up right now. And what this part of you is wanting so dearly and so badly is your own love. It's wanting to be welcomed back into your heart, back into your inner family. So see if you can just ask them what they need. Maybe this part shows up as a feeling in your body or a memory. Use your breath to stay connected to the love. Every time you breathe in, you're breathing in love. Breathe it into this younger version of you or this part of you that has been judged or rejected. Do they want to be touched? Do they want to be hugged? And you can put your hands on your own body, or you can visualize your grown up self holding or hugging this younger version of you. It might be you from 2 days ago. See if you can give them what they need, what they want. Maybe they want affirmations. If you're in your own space, maybe they want to hear something from you. Maybe they want to hear, I love you. Even if it doesn't feel quite true, if that's what they're wanting, say it. You belong. I love you. I am trying so hard to not abandon you anymore. I know I've been pushing you away, and I'm so sorry for that. I misunderstood. I thought you were a problem. You're not a problem. You're just a part of me who got hurt and wants to be seen and loved. So, those words, or whatever words, if you have other words that you want to give to yourself, say them out loud if you can. It's powerful to hear your own voice, hearing what you need. Step into your most nurturing, parent loving self, your most divine self, and give this part what they need, or at least begin to try to. I'm here with you. I'm energetically supporting you in your journey while I support myself in my own journey. We are in this together. We are all healing together. And by giving these disowned parts what they need and welcoming them back in, we can be more real and more connected to each other, more whole. We can come to our relationships from a place of wholeness, less from a place of lacking. There is no other who can fill this hole for you. You are the one you've been waiting for. You are the one you've been wanting to show you love. And that can be really challenging to learn when there's been deficits or lacks, especially in childhood. But it is so possible. I know it's possible because I'm living it. And I'm struggling right along with you some days. So let's practice now together, quietly. I'm going to stop talking so that you have an opportunity to really feel into what you're wanting right now, what you're needing from your higher self. And you can have a chance to give it to yourself in this community of love and support and welcoming of everything. You are so loved. If you're in judgment or story, see if you can drop the story lovingly. Come back into the body. Come back into feeling. Feel the energy. Breathe in the love. And if it's too much, open your eyes, walk around, shake, jump, move. You are loved. You are so loved. Only be with these younger parts if you can be with them with compassion. If the self-judgment or hatred is too strong, then you may need the support of another right now. It's not useful to stay in a shame spiral or self-judgment cycle. So if you can't drop the story, if you can't drop the self-judgment and self-blame right now, release the practice and just come into your breath or walk around or get a glass of water. If you're able to bring love to this part, even if it's just the tiniest amount of love, keep breathing it in. Keep picturing what this part of you needs. Drop the story. Be with the body. Be with what's arising if you can. And as you do that, whatever you're needing to do to take care of yourself right now, I invite you to listen to this poem, anonymously written. You, unique, messy, scared, joyful. You, all of you, every last nook and cranny, every little part you've shamed and hated and judged, all of you is divine. All of you is here for a reason. You are the one you've been looking for. You've been looking outside yourself for so long for others to accept these parts that you've shamed and judged and rejected. And no one can ever meet that need. And so you go on looking for that perfect being who can fill that hole. And that perfect being, you. That perfect being, my love, is you. You are the perfect being to love these disowned parts. You are the one who knows how to love them. Gather them up in your arms, all of them. See them dissolve into a point of light. And breathe in the light into your heart. All these young ones, they each have a gift for you. Once they've been seen and heard and welcomed back in, they can share their gifts. They are all here to be loved. You are the one. You've always been the one. You can do this. I'd invite you, if you want, to do 3 ohms with me, feeling the vibration in your own unique body, feeling the vibration of your own divinity in this body, in this form that you've taken. Breathing in. Oh. 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 Listening deeply to what you're needing in this moment, following your intuition. There's no right or wrong. Just listening inward. What am I needing right now? Just following just that next little breadcrumb. What am I needing right now? Maybe it's a drink of water, or a hot shower, or to call a friend. And know that if this touched you, this practice today, if it's feeling difficult in your system, know that you can reach out to me. You can email Misty. She'd get you my email or my cell phone number, and you can text me or email me. And it doesn't have to be if you're wanting to work with me one-on-one. I realize that this practice can bring up deep things, and I don't want anyone to feel like they have to be alone with something that's arisen. So maybe you have other supports. But if you don't, or you want to reach out, you can. And we can schedule a 20 or 30-minute phone call. And maybe that results in you wanting to work with me, and maybe that is just you sharing what came up for you and wanting some support, and me helping you find more support if that's what you're needing. You are not alone, and I am not alone. We're doing this together. And thanks in advance for letting me be real today. Letting me be in my vulnerable, authentic, messy human self. I do feel being with you, feel even more grounded, even more connected.